Iran-Israel tension is not new. So what is new? The new thing is the Middle Eastern picture is not a signature picture. It always keeps changing. And if you follow the World Government Summit, which is now taking place in the United Arab Emirates in Dubai, you will see that Middle Eastern kingdoms and monarchies are trying to showcase their kind of liberalism, and it will show you their leanness to Israel, and they want to a peaceful resolution with Israel. Why? Before answering this question, I would love to summarize in 2 to 3 sentences the recent tension. Recently, Israel and Iran has a 12 days war, and Israel fought this war with the help of USA. Secondly, the Iranian regime has to go through a strong nationwide agitation perpetrated by Israel and USA with the help of the other parties, and the Iranian regime, Iranian revolutionary forces has stopped the violence, and Foreign Minister Arakchi told to Al Jazeera that they have announced more than 2,000 people as martyrs and their families are taken care of by the government. They want to sit for a negotiation. Now, one question I supposed to give you the answer is why Middle Eastern monarchies and kingdoms and ruling families are leaning to Israel. Most probably, Israel is the most powerful nation in the Middle East. And we can say the second only nation which has military nuclear capabilities and also a very strong technological advanced technological achievement in the field of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics in the field of STEM. Also, Israel is a very stable democracy internally. There is none in the power of Israel who has fear of losing their power as they are democratically elected. Where the monarchies around Israel, number one, in contrast of Israel's extraordinary advancement in the field of military technology, military training, military equipment, and military capabilities, security capabilities, espionage capabilities, the monarchies are extremely lagging behind. Number two, the monarchies lag behind extremely in terms of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. For what they need to understand on their partners in the West or the other partners, they need to outsource it. Where Israel is very independent, and the monarchies thirdly have fear of losing their power as they are not democratically elected, and so they have homegrown a threat to be overthrown. These are the major reasons for the monarchies and the countries in the Middle East to be leaning towards Israel. Why the Israel Iran tension. To understand Israel and Iran tension, we need to also look at another dimension, complex dimension of uh, inter and intra relationship of the states and governments and the ruling families in the Middle East. Iran has almost no good relationship, diplomatic relationship or trade and commerce relationship with any of its neighbors because of the revolution, because of the Iranian regime. It creates enormous pressure on Iranian economics, Iranian politics, Iranian sociometrics, and Iranian logistics in terms of food, industry, military equipment, engineering, technology, in every sphere of uh, logistical sector. And this bad relationship with the neighbors makes Iran some kind of isolated. The another dimension is Iran has a long history for more than 4 decades, history of retaliation with the West, especially with the United States of America and the European Union. That makes Iranian economy too suffer a lot, which leads Iranian societies to agitate, to show their anger against the ruling class in Iran. Now, the another dimension of Israel-Iran tension is Israel's relationship with USA and the Western allies, including the European Union. Blindly, blatantly, European Union and the USA is supporting the Israeli rogue state for more than 8 decades. Whatever they do, the Europe's and the US is supporting the regime, the Israeli state, and that brings Israel-Iran relationship in a new dimension. The another dynamics of Israel-Iran relationship is Iran's support to Russia in its war against the Ukraine. Thus, Iran is kind of against the USA and the European Union, and they got a support from the Russian authority. If I bring all the considerations in some sentences, so the picture is Iran is an Islamic regime that ousted US supported royal or imperial family, and the royal and imperial family is being sheltered by the USA and the West or in the Europe. The Shia regime has a very sour relationship with Sunni royal families and a threat to them as they consider that the Shia people who are living in the Sunni countries and kingdoms, they will revolt against the ruling families and they will take help other democrats, even the Sunni democrats. So the royal families or the kingdoms can be overthrown with the help of Iranian regime. And Iran's extraordinary advancement in the field of science and technology, the monarchies cannot bear it. Israel is becoming a very important state around the globe where they are the killer and genocider in Palestine. The royal families are under pressure by Muslim countries and international communities to put pressure on Israel. At the same time, Israel is putting pressure on the royal families and the kingdoms and the countries in the Middle East, as Israel is a strong military capable country and also their espionage industry is very advanced. And they can threat any country literally, and they have hit, they killed an Iranian negotiator, a Hamas negotiator inside Qatar, in Qatari capital Doha. They killed. So, and they have shown their power and their audacity. And Qatar did do nothing. So, in this situation, Israel and Iran has new tension. As Iran is a supporter of Palestine and they want to do everything possible for the freedom and independence of Palestine. And they want to see a significant change, a meaningful change in the course of action which will ensure the protection of the people of Palestine and also their independence. But the monarchies, they are taking time and they will take time because they need to ensure that their monarchies are intact. To make sure that their monarchies are intact, they will do everything possible to protect their monarchies. Now, Iran-Israel tension will not take any retaliatory gesture. Why? It's because the two countries know each other, they know their capacities, they know their interdependencies in terms of their cross-border interactions with other neighbors. Iran has a strong presence in Yemen, where Israel has acknowledged the independence of Somaliland. So Somaliland and Yemen is two coastal neighbor in terms of their fair share in the Strait of Bab el Mandeb. At the same time, Israel needs its trade and commerce to run, and Iran also needs it because both the nation has to feed their people. Escalation will not take a retaliatory gesture, a war, but there will be retaliation. And if it is possible to have diplomatic solution, then the retaliation will be faded and it will bring happiness, peace, stability in the region and to the people of Iran and Israel.